family, changes to myself. What that quote also helped me understand is that when I didn't fully acknowledge or embrace those changes, that piece of me that was supposed to be dead and left behind came with me and became a ghost. Ms. Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters and guests, are you being haunted by previous iterations of yourself? Let me provide you with some examples of the specter stalking my life. When I was 11 years old and living in Youngstown, Ohio, my dad came home one day and announced, "We're moving to Orlando, Florida." As an 11-year-old boy, I wasn't offered the opportunity to stay behind. I doubt I would have accepted. My thoughts could be accurately summarized with 2 words: Mickey Mouse. I was going to be moving next door to Disney World. I could practically smell the ocean as we drove that packed car down to Florida. What could be bad in Florida? Then came middle school. I had real trouble making friends those first couple years in Florida, but no trouble being bullied. And I began to wonder what my life would have been like back in Ohio. That's when my first phantom appeared. Ohio Jeremy. You see, back in Ohio, my friends went on to play football and be the popular kids. Would that have been me? Maybe I'd never have been bullied. I began to see Ohio Jeremy as a strutting, smirking superstar, complete confidence, ultimate success, and the perfect excuse for every time I fail. Dumped by a girl, denied a sales commission, didn't win the Toastmasters competition. Ohio Jeremy is there to console me. Don't worry about it, Jeremy. It's not your fault. If you'd have just stayed in Ohio, everything would be easy. Life would be sweet. Listening to him can help deflect the pain of defeat, but it robs me of my chance to grow by looking inside. My second spirit materialized after my wedding. I subscribe to the belief that marriage is the quest to find that one special person you want to annoy for the rest of your life. And believe me, I started annoying poor Rebecca early and often. Bachelor Jeremy saw to that. You see, before I got married, I'd come home, lock myself on the couch, flip on the tube, and sit there until bedtime. Wash the floor. Why? Just gonna be dirty again tomorrow. Laundry? Maybe if I need clean underwear. Or I can order that off of Amazon. Needless to say, this attitude did not please my new queen. Wash the floor. Clean the sheets. Pick up after the dogs. Wow, keeping her happy is a full-time job. And all the while, Bachelor Jeremy speaks into my ears saying, "Dude, you don't need to do that. You can always do it tomorrow. If she really wants it done, she'll do it herself." I've learned to combat his misguided mutterings with my marriage mantra. Say it with me. Happy wife.
Happy life.
That's the one. Perhaps my most dangerous ghost, I only discovered recently. But I learned he possessed me more than 20 years ago. You see, back in my junior year of high school, I took a study abroad program for 2 months. When I came back, I was obsessed with the program. It was all I wanted to talk about. My high school friends tried to understand me, but after about a month of me yammering at them, they stopped hanging out with me, completely cut me off. I was so alone. Devastated doesn't begin to describe it. And that's when resentful Jeremy took root. Not an outside apparition like the others. Resentful Jeremy lives inside of me. flooding me with emotions whenever I think about those times, negative feelings that make me ball my fists and clench my teeth and say, how could they do that to me? How could they cut me off and leave me all alone? They were supposed to be my friends. 2 decades I felt that way, until just recently a friend said to me, Jeremy, it wasn't them who changed. You did. Oh my gosh, how had that never occurred to me before? They weren't the ones who changed. I did, in great ways, but I was a different person. Understanding that has helped me start to release that resentment. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, who are your ghosts? I do believe we have to die a little death every time we change, but I think there's more to it than that. There's a reason we have funerals, for closure, to say goodbye. I encourage all of you to hold a memorial service for the previous versions of yourself that may be holding you back. Let today be my eulogy for Ohio Jeremy, who never really existed except in my mind. For Bachelor Jeremy, who hangs over my marriage, but who I can fight every day by remembering how my wife's smile uplifts my soul. And a resentful Jeremy, not just from high school, but for all the times he wanted me to look out when I should have been looking in. Who am I? I'm Florida Jeremy. I'm husband Jeremy. I'm grateful Jeremy. Ms. Contest Master.